Good morning. Just tweeting that out. So, how's everyone doing? Looks like we got 3 people watching. So, hello. How is everyone? Figured I'd just go live for just a little bit this morning. Not too terribly long. It's a little bit before 10 a.m. right now. I figured I'd wrap this up maybe like 20 after or so, Just figured we'd just go live to unbox a box that I got 2 days ago, actually. I just haven't bothered to open it yet because I've been busy. And yeah, but there's some cool stuff in there. Nothing like too crazy. It's just kind of some odds and ends. So yeah, but we got a lot of people in the chat already. So good morning to all of you guys. Hope you're all having a good Thursday morning. Yeah, so we already have our first Lightning Collection related question in the chat from Sebastian. So do you think we will get any Lightning Collection reveals this week, I assume? No, I don't. This week's theme so far pretty obviously has been retro themed. So we got the reveal of the retro capsule for Walmart yesterday, which was Retro Morphs Wave 2. And today they are revealing the Super 7's Super 7 Reactions Wave 2. So besides that, I'm not expecting anything else this week. Tomorrow is a Transformers Fan First Friday, so I don't think that they're going to want to step on those toes tomorrow. So I don't see any more Lightning Collection reveals coming until at least the next week. So we'll see. But yeah, so expect that. I mean, they're definitely revealing Super 7 Reactions Wave 2. Like, that's already been confirmed for today. Even though those have been up for pre-order on like Entertainment Earth and stuff for like at least 2 to 3 weeks. But it's what it is. Yeah, I had now I'm starting to kind of guess that maybe they'll reveal the 100th figure next week. Because next Wednesday is the 3rd year anniversary of when the line debuted at PMC. So, when do I think the pre-order will go up? I have no idea. I've been waiting for a long time. I would imagine that it's going to be one of the week announcements of some sort. Maybe alongside like the Astronema and Ecliptor set and the Zane figure. And wow, there's a mosquito like right in front of my face. Please go away. Anyway, yeah, I don't know when it's going to happen necessarily, but I expect it hopefully soon. I've just been refreshing that page forever waiting to order it. And then Psycho asked, are you getting the Retromorph Ranger Slayer to put the head on the LC figure? I am getting that figure, not necessarily for that intention, although I have seen it be done already, and it does look pretty good. So it's that's kind of an added bonus, I guess. I don't know how difficult it is to take the heads off of those figures or not, but I just wanted to get that one anyway because I just think the concept of a Bandai retro or a Bandai flip head style Ranger Slayer figure being very interesting, and so I will pick that one up. But I don't care about any of the other ones. But I also wanted to say thank George for the very nice comments about the channel as well in their question about Andros. So thank you. But yeah, so we have 12 people watching. Like I said, I'm not going to be live here for super, super long. I just have this HLJ box that arrived Tuesday. So it's interesting here because we are running out of time before I leave for college next week. So, and packing this stuff is going to happen. So thank you for the Alexis for the Lightning Storm series comments. Orville asked him, how am I? I'm tired. I'm very tired. I've had work the last 3 nights in a row. So like last night I was working from 10 p.m. till 6 a.m. and I've been up since then, and now it's 10 a.m. So I've been up for like 14 hours. I'll be going to sleep here relatively soon. But yeah, so next week I return to college. So I'll be going into my junior year. So I have not been able to live on campus since my freshman year because of the pandemic. So I'm very excited to return to living in the dorm for the first time in a year and a half. That'd be great. But obviously, packing and stuff is an ordeal. I'm taking parts of the collection with me. The Lightning collection, there were 25 figures when I left campus, and now I have like almost 80 figures. So, or like 70 something. So that's definitely grown pretty crazily, and it's not slowing down. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it because I miss my friends. I have the same roommates as last time, except for one new guy I don't know. But yeah. So the other 2 guys though were the same roommates I had freshman year, which are people who I went to high school with. So I've known them for like 7 years at this point. But yeah, we have a 4th guy. I don't know him. They just like placed him with us, and so I hope he's a good guy. I'll meet him next week. So, but yeah, next Friday is move-in day, so I have work pretty much almost every night until next Thursday is when I stop work for the summer, because I'm not going to be working during the semester except for like YouTube stuff. And yeah, then we move up there. So obviously there'll be new videos and stuff. Lightning Storm will have a new background and everything because I've never had to do Lightning Storm on campus. I've never done that series or really any videos on this channel the last time I was up there. So it's going to be interesting. Subtle plug for Power Ranger for the peeps watching. So thank you, Toast. Thank you so much. Yeah, and then yeah, good thing I kept the boxes. Ironically, while I do keep all the Lightning collection, taking them back in any of those boxes, because I find that the way Hasbro poses some of them in their boxes to damage the figures, like MMPR Pink and the Convention Jason 2-pack, and it's just very tedious to put them all back in the plastic trays. So I have them all boxed up or binned up, I guess. You can't see it, but it's off screen. They've already been put away, like they're ready to go. But yeah, that's gonna be fun. So yeah, let's open this, which was the whole point of me being here. We'll end a chat. So, but they definitely taped it up. So basically, right now it's just a game of what packages will arrive before I leave. So this obviously got here. There's a buy box on the way, but that's mainly for Project Unlock. So you guys won't see that till October. Except for one thing in there, why am I holding up 2 fingers? One thing in there, which is Ultra and Trigger Hyperkeys, Gashapon set 1 of those. So that's in the buy box, which I think should be here. I don't know when, probably like tomorrow or Monday, maybe. And then I have a very special box arriving from Toku Collectibles today, which I will be doing a video on probably today. We'll see what the timing works out on that. But that's gonna be a good one. And then what else is gonna be here in time? That might be it. Void Knight just moved up on Amazon to like the 19th, and I leave on the 20th. So it could very barely squeeze in there. If not, I'll miss it. You're looking at some more comments here. G Bakes asked if I'm missing a Gashapon BJ Stag. I am not. That's actually one that I have. So, but thank you for asking. Psycho asked, when your pre-orders ship, are they going to your house or dorm? So right now, nothing is, what is the word? Scheduled to go to the dorm right now. Everything pre-order wise is still scheduled to come here. But basically, once I'm up there and I have like my new, address or whatever, which I already know what it is, but I wait for it. I want it to wait for it until I get like official in the email that they send about that. Then I'll change any pre-orders that I can, like on Pulse and stuff like that, if I can do that. If not, I'll just probably come home. I'll come home certain weekends. I'm not super far. from home. So, I can just make the trip over here like on a weekend and pick up a bunch of boxes at one point or something, which will be interesting because there's like 30. I did the math the other day. I have 38 Lightning Collection figures on pre-order right now. So it'd be very nice if some of it would finally start releasing so we can, get these out the door. So, yeah, and the reason for that is because I have a bunch of stuff multiple pre-ordered. So, because I have 3 Sentries on pre-order, I have 3 of the COG 2-packs on pre-order, I have a second SPD Green and a 3rd Tanga on pre-order. Is that it? I think so. That I have duplicates of, I think. But yeah, that's what's on my mind right now. With that. Juby asked, in space anything? Not right now. I have no idea. I'm still just anticipating an in space themed week. Maybe in space silver, the Astronomy Clipper 2-pack, and like Andros orders. Maybe next week. There's only 2 more weeks left. We'll see. So, and then Keller asked my Wave 11 predictions. I have a couple without knowing because I genuinely don't have any insider information on that yet. I'm guessing that maybe like Lost Galaxy Green, SPD Yellow, stuff like that. So, but let's see here. Just looking at a couple more comments. At least I don't have to make a dozen videos this week. That is true. So thankfully this week was the stuff that I didn't care about for them to announce. So I didn't make videos about it. So yeah, that was a little nice, a bit of a nice breather on that front. Not only for videos, but also for my wallet after all the TMNT pre-orders last week. Let's see what else. Hey, I wanted to ask if you knew where I could buy reliable new Toku DVDs. I know Chef Facts has some. So the ones after Go Onger after Go Onger. Unfortunately, there's no like American official releases of those. There are like the Japanese Blu-rays, which would work in like American Blu-ray players, but without any subtitles. And also Japanese Blu-rays are extremely expensive, but you can find those, I think. Yeah, you can find those like on Bai and on Mandarake and stuff like that, but they are very pricey and also don't have subtitles. So there are really no any official ways to get those shows. There's just all the methods that we usually have to go through. Do I have any idea how to get those cogs in the countries that Hasbro Pulse doesn't deliver to? I don't. But I mean, I would assume that it would be just how any other Pulse exclusives have released in your country or in any other country, which I know sometimes is not released. I don't know. Hopefully they make it available. If not Hasbro, but like some store in whatever country makes it available. I know like Australia has to deal with that, and like a bunch of countries have to deal with that with Pulse not shipping. And then, I know like Psycho Green was a big pain for international countries to get, the Putty 2-pack, any of the Pulse exclusives. So I don't know, but if I can ever find any information on that, I will definitely be sure to cover it in Lightning Storm, Lightning Fig PR, all that stuff, because I just want people to be able to get the figures if they can. Let's see. Do I have any disappointments in the TMNT and PR figures? Not really. I'm not too enthusiastic about the Foot Soldier being locked in a 2-pack because I do kind of want to get multiple of those. I did have a subscriber reach out very kindly, willing to sell me. They offered to sell me the Foot Soldier Tommy figure like just by itself, so I'll have 2 of those at least. But besides that, I don't really have any like complaints with them really. I think they look fantastic. I think that the price is about to be about what you expect, depending on where you pre-order it from. I got mine pre-ordered at GameStop because they were the cheapest price. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really, really like them a lot. Didn't Shell only go up to Hurricaneger? Yeah, they did Jetman through Hurricaneger. And there was plans to do 5-man, but it fell through. Because of Hasbro. Hasbro put the pause on those. It was definitely Hasbro's fault, unfortunately. Let's see. When did I get those TMNT ball things behind you? Oh, yeah. These I got at a... I've had them for a long time. They're like, not Beanie Babies, but I think it's like the company that made Beanie Babies. It's like that kind of style. I got them from some like local toy shop thing or whatever back in 2014. I've had them for a long time, and they were just buried in that closet right there. And I figured it was a pretty good idea to dig them out when I was doing all the TMNT videos last week, and I just never bothered to take them down. And now I guess they're probably just going to go along with me to college, because why not? But yeah, so looking at more stuff here. What's the one figure you could never see Hasbro making in the Lightning collection? Probably Hyperforce. As much as I would love to see stuff from Hyperforce, I think that they might ignore that forever. I don't want them to. I just kind of expect that. Oh, wow, we have a super chat. Thank you so much. I can't highlight it here because I'm not on StreamYard, so I can't make it like big on the screen, but thank you for the $1. I really appreciate it. Whatever was I with the comments. Did you know of the Sentai and Kamen Rider manga, and have you read any of them? I have the Go Ranger one that they just put out like a couple months ago. It's over. You can't see it at all. It's on the other side of the room, but it's over there. And I have not read it yet because I'm very behind on reading everything. But I own it, and I will read it eventually. And they're putting out a Kamen Rider one later on this year, I think. Or maybe not the same company, but I know there's like one coming out that's like a collection of the original Kamen Rider manga, and I'll pick that one up as well. So yeah, what's in the box? Psycho just asked. So the first thing here, we have the Ultraman Trigger power type key. So that will go nicely with... Wow, I just almost moved the entire computer on the headphone cord. There we go. That will go nicely with these, the other 3 hyper keys, and the spark lens. So that completes Trigger's main forms. So cool. Got that. There's a bunch of other Trigger a bunch of other Trigger stuff in here. We got Trigger's 3 forms. Their vinyls, finally. This stuff has been sitting in my private warehouse in HLJ since June. So it's very nice to finally start getting it. So here is all Trigger's forms. So multi-type, sky type, and power type. So those are very nice. I'm glad that I got these. There's one more vinyl in here, and that is Glitter Tiga, which this was like a special, not cheaper in like quality or anything, but this was like 300 yen compared to like the 450 yen or something that they start with. So yeah, there is Glitter Tiga. I assume that they'll probably do a Glitter Trigger at some point. Looking at some more stuff here. Is Trigger a good Ultraman to start with? I don't see why not. I'm still kind of, new to Ultraman. I watched Zet last year. I'm watching Trigger. But I would say like Zet is a good one to start with because that's kind of what I started with. But I don't see why Trigger wouldn't be or anything like that. I've been enjoying it, and it's nice that it's all on the YouTube channel too, to watch and stuff. Have I played Kamen Rider Memory of Heroes? I have not. I'm not that big of a gamer. I really don't play video games that often at all. I mean, it looks cool though. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. All right, and then the last 2 things in here, this was not a crazy box. We have this, finally. Whoop. I'm trying to drop in everything else. We have the Mini Pla Set 03 of Tukayo from Zenkaiger. So this came out in June. I just finally got it now. Set 4 comes out this month, which is Zenkai Juo. But yeah, this will go nicely with the other 2. Now I got to find time to build it, which probably will not happen before I leave. So I probably will just take this with me and build it up there. I don't know if you can see it. This is a pile of candy toy figures I still need to sticker up and build. So, we got like X-Aid ones, we got build ones, we got like Yudo Kira Major. It literally goes to the floor. There's 3 premium sets in there. bunch of Gaim stuff, Soto figures and everything. And there's more Soto figures here. So that, you know, we get to build this now. We get to do a bunch of other stuff. And then the final thing in the box is a Soto set. So this is Soto Chronicle Ryuki #1. So I love Soto, and I usually don't get it as it comes out. But then, you know, Soto Chronicle, they announced Gaim, which is my favorite rider series. So I buy all the Gaim ones. And then they're like, how about the next one we do is like one of your other top favorite riders, Ryuki? And I go, great. So I bought that one now. So yeah, here is Soto Chronicle Ryuki, which just came out like at the end of last week. So here he is. This figure looks fantastic, by the way. Very, very excited for this. So, you know, typical Soto breakdown. And then this set has Ryuki, Knight, Scissors, and Zolda. So, and then you get one duplicate, which is Ryuki. So I have a Ryuki duplicate and then one of everyone else. So that is going to be fun. There's actually not like a ton of stickers involved with this one this time around. So maybe I'll get to this. But yeah, very happy to get that. Very happy. But yeah, that's it. That was everything that was in that box. That was just kind of clearing out the warehouse, really, before new stuff starts popping up in there. So, but yeah. So looking at more stuff here, is Soto Chronicle or premium set? Not premium as in like premium Bandai. Basically, Chronicle is just, so the Soto line started during X-Aid. So yeah, so it started during X-Aid, and they've done it like for them every single show since then. And so then Soto Chronicle is just going back and doing the shows that they didn't do before. So they've done Deno, Double, O's, Kuga, Gaim, and Ryuki. And they're still working through all of those too, because there's a lot of stuff to do. And basically they're just a tiny bit more pricier than regular Soto, but only by like a couple hundred yen, which is just like a couple of dollars. Maybe even like $1. Like they're really not that much more expensive than regular Soto sets. And so, I mean, there are premium Chronicle sets. Like Gaim is done with the retail sets because now they're onto Ryuki in retail, and now everything Gaim is premium. So there's been four premium Gaim sets so far. 3 of them are out, and the 4th one comes out in October. So they're going to keep doing that. All Gaim stuff now from now on is premium. But yeah, they're just a little bit more expensive, but they're really not by much except for the premium sets. And they're really pretty, though. I have one right here that's fully stickered up. Here is the Soto Chronicle Gaim Kiwami, and this one turned out fantastic. It's even better, I would say, than the original arms change figure, especially in terms of like color and paint applications and stuff. But yeah, very, very nice stuff, and I'm happy that Ryuki's happening here. But so people are asking, what do I think the next Lightning helmet might be? Based off of the listing for it, because we have a listing for the 4th helmet, it's going to be a Mighty Morphin themed helmet. We just don't know what. Let's see. My 100th figure predictions. I still think metallic armor MMPR white would be a perfect choice. Just to kind of call back to the very first figure in the line being the regular Mighty Morphin white. So I could definitely see that happening. But I would expect maybe we'll see it next week. Who knows? Here's hoping. So, I mean, they did say we're going to see it this month. So obviously we're going to have at least one more Lightning Collection reveal since we are at 99 right now. But yeah, the only thing I'm really going to open right now, I guess, is the trigger key, sky type key. So, and then we'll test it out in the Sparklings. Because I'm not going to do a video for this because it's one key and no one likes my Ultraman videos. So there we go. So that is what that does. And then speaking of Ultraman Trigger Sky type, here he is. So here's his vinyl figure. So yeah, looks pretty cool. So that is that. This thing is very satisfying. You're like loading that in. This is a very nice click. So, but yeah, so that's fun. That's fun. So we can add that to the shelf over here. It's our first blue key, so that's nice. Let's see. Looking at more stuff here. Best rider to start with. My first rider series that I ever watched was Double. The first one I ever watched as it aired was Gaim. So Gaim is very special to me for that. But I mean, I think a lot of shows are a really good starting spot, except for something like Geo or something where, like, you know, it's an anniversary season and it spoils a lot of seasons just because it's an anniversary show. So I love Geo, but it's not a good starting spot. But like 01, I think, is a good starting spot since it's like the first in a new era. I'd say Build's a pretty good solid starting spot. Like I said, Double, because that's what I started with. Yeah, I think there's a lot of good choices. Ryuki, I think, is a fun one. I really, really like that one. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of good ones to start with. You could even go all the way back to the very beginning from 1971 and watch the very original series, because that would be, I mean, obviously that was anyone's starting spot. So, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good ones to pick from, and all good for their own reasons. So, Rider is probably, honestly, my favorite of all the Toku franchises. As much as you might think it's like Sentai or Power Rangers or something, I really, really like Kamen Rider. It's just kind of out of it because I have not been the biggest fan of Saber. So, and Revice looks fine. Looks fine. There's just a lot of controversy with it. So, but just saw asked in the chat, am I going all in on the Revice toy line? I'm not. I'm barely getting anything from that show. I can't do it. I want to. The belt looks really fun. I think the stamps look cool. Pretty much all of Gaim's Legend Rider stuff. Like anytime he's come out in like a gimmick item, I've got that. But yeah, I'll be getting that stamp at least, and I'll get the driver eventually for sure. But just right now, I just cannot afford that alongside the Sentai Gear toy line and Lightning Collection, of course, and sort of premium sets, and the Ranger keys are back, so that's obviously going to be a big priority. So I have to skip for right now, but I'll probably get a couple of things down the line. We'll have to wait and see. Psycho said, you're not the biggest fan of Saber, but bought a lot from it. I think its toy line is really cool, and I love the designs of Saber. I just didn't really care for the show that much. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I bought like the Sword Driver. I bought the Wonder storybooks. Calibur's built. Well, Calibur's sword is just really cool. So yeah, I did get a couple of things from the toy line. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. So it's gonna be a interesting couple of weeks here. I have some videos planned for when I move in. I've been already filming some stuff for that. My roommate, he has shown interest in watching Build, so I'll probably show him Build when I'm up there, and maybe he seemed to have some kind of interest of being like in a video. So I'd love to do a video with him about his thoughts on Build and everything, since he's never seen it. So that could be fun. Let's see what else here. Yeah, I mean, I haven't exactly figured out, how everything's going to look up there. I mean, I know how I'm reconstructing kind of my, my idea of how I'm going to put the room together and everything, because it's the same exact sized room and everything as last time. So I know exactly what I'm dealing with space-wise. So, but yeah, basically it's like kind of like an apartment. So me and my 3 roommates each have our own dedicated bedroom. So like I don't have to like share like any, I mean, besides like the living room and the kitchen area, I don't have to share any space with them necessarily. So I could just have my own little Toku area in my own little bedroom, and it would be great. So, but yeah, so, but so yeah, looking at more stuff here. When will I get back to my Power Rangers rewatch? I'm still doing that. It's just taking me a very long time. I'm almost through. I'm halfway through Megaforce right now. I'm Megaforce before next week because now that I have to watch it with the DVDs and because it's not on Netflix anymore, Megaforce is the last DVDs that's in the helmet set that Shot Factory did a couple of years ago because I have that big helmet. Once that's done, because I want to finish that so I don't have to take the helmet with me. But I have like Super Mega Force, Dino Charge, and Ninja Steel, like individual DVDs, like just like one case. So I'll bring those with me to continue the rewatch. It would just be nice if Hasbro could put the stuff back on there and not just on the YouTube channel. But so yeah, I'll get back to it. I mean, I'm just going at my own pace with it at this point. I've been at it for 2.5 years, rewatching through all of Power Rangers, and I mean, I'm already at Megaforce. That's a pretty good start. That's what 19 seasons in, or 20 seasons in. So yeah. Yeah, my roommate is awesome. So like I said earlier at the beginning of the stream, two of my roommates I've known since high school, or all throughout high school, and so they're cool. And then we have one new guy because we just didn't have a third friend, or a third person to put in the room with us. So because it's 4 people in a room, so I don't know this fourth guy, and hopefully it works out. So. Hopefully it's not awkward for him since 3 of us already know each other very well and everything, and he'll be kind of coming into our group. We'll see how that works out. But yeah, so that'll be so move-in days next Friday. So next weekend's Lightning Storm. But what is it? Next weekend's Lightning Storm, episode 86. Yeah, 86, I think. I'll be the first one that is with the new dorm backdrop, so that will be fun. So, might have covered this already. It's been a while for me watching you, but you got the Pink Ranger Morpher and helmet. Yeah, I got those. I did videos on those like a week or 2 ago. Yeah, I put the Morpher review up this past weekend and the helmet review like 2 weeks ago or so, something like that. I know that they've been found in stores now, so they're not just on like GameStop and Pulse's websites. I've seen people getting those in store, or finding them in store as well. So that's nice. For those who want those items, they're fine. They're perfectly fine. But just of course, like the things that I was the least excited for. Not that they're bad. They're not bad. But just like, well, except for the helmet, I wish I could actually fit me, in that they didn't make it smaller than the other 2. But of course, the items that I was the least excited for the Lightning Collection came out before any of the figures I have on pre-order. That's just, of course, how that was going to work. But like I'm waiting for even the other figures in that capsule. I'm really looking forward to, like that Pink Ranger 2-pack is one of my most anticipated releases. Cell Shaded Pink exists, that's for sure. But yeah, that should be fun. I mean, who knows what's coming out here soon. I have the Dino Fury Team Pack on pre-order. I pre-ordered the Amazon put up a listing for all of the Zords in like one big combo set. So I pre-ordered that. Why is Hasbro raising their Lightning Collection prices? So it's not just Lightning Collection. They're raising it across the board. So like Star Wars Black Series, G.I. Joe Classified, Marvel Legends, all of it has been moved up to that new price point just because a number of the different factors. There is, of course, the price of manufacturing in them has gone up. The price of materials is going up. Price of shipping is going up. I mean, all these, especially, the pandemic definitely didn't help things on that front. I think there's also a small amount of it of how much Hasbro is going to try to squeeze out of us until we say no. So there's that. But obviously it's more of the actual action reasons. And I've heard I saw on Twitter the other day, I heard from, I think, Yakface, or he retweeted it or something. that they might be going up again. I heard that it's possible they could be going up to like regular figures defaulting at $24.99 now instead of the $22.99 that they just put into effect. Which that would just be that would be rough. That'd be rough. I mean, I know it's not like super much, but yeah. So that would be something. Did I hear about the open world PR game? Yes, the one that Jason Bischoff tweeted about the other day. The project. Crap, I had the name in my mind. Project Nomad. Is that what it was called? It doesn't matter what it was called. Yeah, it looked really cool. I mean, like I said earlier in this stream here, I'm not the biggest gamer, but it's definitely something I would have picked up and tried out if it came out like on the Switch or something. Because that's all I have. I just have a Switch. That would have been cool. Some of the designs I liked more than others. The Alien Ranger design concept arts for that looked really cool. I'm a big fan of In Space Silver's design anyway, so I thought it looked really cool in that design style. It definitely looked kind of a lot like sort of not inspired by, but kind of in the direction of like the 2017 movie designs, that kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, I thought it was really cool. And if only it would have been able to happen, who knows? But yeah, it's just really cool that Jason has been willing to tweet out a bunch of those what ifs and things. I'm gonna wrap it up here in a second. I was only gonna go for a little here, and I've gone about 10 minutes or so since I but yeah. Looking at more stuff here. Have I had any Lightning Collection figures break on me or joints that could break? Not yet. I try to be as careful as possible. I know that there's some common breaking issues like Mighty Morphin Yellow's neck and stuff like that when you're trying to swap the head and everything. So I just try to be careful as possible. And hopefully I don't break anything. I figure with how many figures there are, I mean, it's inevitable I'll probably break one of them someday. I'm just hoping that it takes, doesn't happen soon. Let's see here. Just got here, probably off topic. Any news on Power Muff? Not really. We're just kind of waiting to see what happens here. This week, probably nothing else besides the retro figures and the reaction figures. Let's see here. How often do I go live? I don't really have like a set schedule for when I go live. I just kind of go live whenever I have like an HLJ box to unbox like I did this morning, or just kind of whenever I feel like it. But so not like I don't really have a schedule. Maybe there'll be something I do a little bit more in the future, but yeah, not yet at least. Emmanuel asked, can I just do school from home? I did my film major. Difficult, not being able to work on an actual set with other people and everything. And I mean, obviously, we're going to just see how this goes. I am worried about everything going on still. They're requiring masks and everything up there. Me and all my roommates have been vaccinated. You had to have been to live in the dorms. So, I mean, yeah, I am obviously a little worried about it. But well, I mean, we're just gonna see what we can do. And if I get sent home again, I'll get sent home again. Like what happened last time. But I think it's worth a shot. Obviously, there's a risk, but. Favorite Power Rangers Super Sentai Mecha combo? Off the top of my head, I really like the Gigazord from Samurai or Shinkenger. I just love a mess like that of putting all the pieces together. And what's my favorite Power Ranger item that I have? That's a really tricky question. Because I don't know. I really don't know. I have a lot of really cool things that like I would say something and then I would think of something like an hour later. I really don't know. That's a really hard question. I have like a lot of things that I think are really fun and really cool that I have, but yeah, I don't know if like a singular favorite item. And have I seen Shinkenger? I've seen like most of it. I mean, essentially, seeing Samurai, you've pretty much seen Shinkenger since a lot of it is just translations and stuff. Not that counts as like an actual viewing of it. But yeah. If I can introduce a new team to Lightning, what would it be? RPM. That's the one I want to see the most be added. That or Hyperforce or Solar Rangers or any of the stuff in the comics. So Mega Rangers, any of it. Would my White Ranger helmet be a bad face mask? Yes, it definitely would. And I'm not bringing the helmets up there with me. They're just too big. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of it here. That's just felt I was going to go live for a little bit, and I went live for a little bit. So thank you all for watching it this morning. Here we got 24 people watching, so I really appreciate that. But yeah, so we'll see how things go when I return to college next week. We'll see how long that lasts with everything going on. And yeah, so I've got some cool stuff planned. I might do a video later on today if I'm feeling up for it, time wise, with the package that's arriving today. Very, very special package arriving today. Project Unlock, the 3rd episode of that goes up tomorrow. I just finished editing it a couple hours ago, and it's ready to go for tomorrow. So look forward to that. Hope you guys have been enjoying that series. And then, of course, Lightning Storm on Saturday as always. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got here for today. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you all next time. So I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you all later. So see ya.